What's up guys, it's Famox here from Game in Your Face, and today I'm going to be bringing you some more Destiny. We're going to be looking at the best Hunter Bladedancer build for PvP or Crucible. The Bladedancer subclass is all about getting up close and personal with your enemy. It's about being a quick stealth ninja that gets in, kills, and gets out. This Hunter build is definitely the master of close quarter combat. Of course, there are many different ways to play any character, but this is just what I personally believe to be the best for PvP or Crucible as it's called in the game, especially if you're playing Control. So let's get into the subclass right now. The first one we're going to look at is the Skip Grenade. This grenade is very versatile. It's good for tight situations where you will usually find yourself if you are a hunter, especially a Bladedancer, when you're running around. It has a bounce effect, which is very useful. If an enemy behind you, you can bounce it off the wall, keep on running. But the best part of this grenade is that it seeks enemies. So I like to use it best for when we're playing Control, and there's someone, say, capturing, but you don't know exactly where he is. You see the flag, but you don't know where he is. You just throw this grenade in, and you watch the little projectiles as they track the enemy, and it'll bring you right to him, so you'll know exactly where he is. You can turn the corner and start shooting him. Another way of using this is to flush the enemy out. Again, playing Control, there's an enemy capturing, but he's hiding. You throw this, it'll follow him. Usually, his first reaction will be to jump, try to avoid it, and he'll jump right out into your bullet. Next, we're going to use Blink. Now, as a Bladedancer, you want to be close. Use your knives. That's your best attribute, is your knives and obviously your arc blade. Blink is for escaping those gunfights from the long distance. Obviously, you can still use good guns, but this build consists of low armor. So any kind of gunfights you feel like you're losing, use the Blink and get out. For a gunslinger hunter, this would be different, but we're going to cover that in a different video. Vanish. I use Vanish for this class because again, this is mostly built towards playing Control. Vanish is used, of course, the enemy can still see you. You might catch him off guard, but the best part about Vanish is that you disappear from the radar. So when, say, there's 4 people capturing a zone, usually you'll come up on their radar or motion sensor, and all of them will be facing you, ready for you to just come in, and you'll just get shot down. When you apply Vanish, you disappear from that radar or motion sensor again, and you can come in, take out the whole team, and they won't even know what hit them. Escape Artist. Again, this is really great for those emergency situations. Now, if you're using Blink Strike, that's your melee move, chances are you're in a gunfight. If you come close enough where you are actually have to use this hit, that probably means that your health is already low if you guys are facing each other. And this invisibility is great for just getting in that corner. You use your Blink Strike, kill him, now you're invisible. Now no one else can see you. You're not coming up on the motion sensors for your opponent. You can just take a little breather, regen your health, and get back into the action. Now we're going to get into the training of the actual attributes and stuff. I went with Path Forbidden because it focuses on recovery and speed. As you can see right here on the top, my armor is really low. It's all about recovery and speed for the Bladedancer. You don't want to get caught getting shot. It's all about sneaking around. You gotta play that stealth game. So recovery and speed, that's what I went with, because especially again in capture, it's all about being back and forth. Unless you're on an actual team, chances are if you're playing with a bunch of randoms, you're going to capture A, go to B, capture B, and then A is already lost. So it's lots of back and forth, and you need that speed. And again, for close quarter combat, you're going to need that recovery as well. Fleet-footed. This again plays on that speed. You want to increase the maximum sprint speed and extend the slide distance. The slide distance isn't too much of a big deal, but that speed, it is a noticeable increase in speed, which again is very useful for PvP. Now, if you're going to be not playing PvP, if you're going to be playing some strikes or something with your buddies, I would probably go with Shadow Jack. It increases all invisibility effect, which is great for being able to revive your buddies when they go down. You're invisible. But for PvP, you don't really need increased invisibility effects. You just need that minimal invisibility to recover. You don't need to be sitting around in invisibility, because obviously, unlike the Fallen or the Cabal, the enemies, they can't see you, but in PvP, people can still see you, so increased duration is not as useful as increased speed. Now again, this is the same thing. The Way of the Nomad, it's increased battle recovery. A lot of people would probably go with the Way of the Drifter. Some of you might like to go with that, as it kind of more even with armor and recovery. But I really like to focus on that recovery, because when you're going fast and you're in close, you need to be able to recover your health faster. Armor is not what this class is built for anyway, so there's no point in having it all the way up, or even you know, you can keep it minimal as long as you're keeping that recovery up there. Now for the last one, we went with Hungering Blade. Again, this is going towards that recovery. When you're in close, you need that recovery. I know I sound like a broken record now. I'm saying the same things over and over again, but that's how it builds are, and it's all focused on the best, strongest attributes of this character. So kills with Arc Blade and Blink Strike immediately regenerate health. So pretty much whenever you're close and you're using your knives, no matter if they're shooting at you, you get a kill, you regenerate your health. That is magnificent. That's great for this build. That's probably one of my favorite attributes for this. Now again, this is best for PvP, but if you're doing strikes with your buddies, I would go with Stalker. You get to be the revive guy. You crouch for a sec, you're invisible, revive, but we're focusing on this PvP. Now that we went through all these attributes and the skills tree, we're gonna go talk about the armor. Now the armor is pretty basic. Not basic, but I mean in what you have to go for. You can go for whatever upgrades you want, however you want to play it. Best, of course, increase melee attack, but I don't have that on me yet. I'm still saving up my Crucible marks for that. But you want to focus on intellect. Of course, you're gonna play with what you get. You can't be too picky, especially if you're just starting up the game. You can't really be too picky with what your armor is, but if you can, try to focus on intellect, especially for PvP. Really for anything when you're using the Bladedancer, because intellect reduces that cooldown speed for your Arc Blade, which is your best, strongest point for the Bladedancer, of course, is that Arc Blade. So really focus on the intellect. Even if, I would even go as far as to say, if something's defense, so this is 366, if there's something that was like 320 defense but had more intellect, I would probably apply that. As I said again, the defensive armor is not as big of a deal as the sneaky effect and the Arc Blade for your Bladedancer. Now for guns, this is really personal preference. You can go run whatever you want, auto rifle, pulse rifle, whatever it may be. But for a Bladedancer, it'd be really nice if you could use a shotgun. Again, it's all about running around, close quarter combat, and that shotgun, or what I like to use, the fusion rifle, is really good for that close quarter combat when you're in tight. And the shotgun might be preferred as it's quick release and you don't have that load time with a fusion rifle, but I like that fusion rifle obviously because I just got the legendary one. That's what I'm using. So this, guys, is my opinion the best build for a Bladedancer in the Crucible for Destiny. Go ahead, feel free to comment what you think. If you have a different suggestion, different ideas on it, go ahead and tell me in the comments. But I'm Famox from Game on Your Face, and I'll see you in the next one.